Welcome everybody to the first episode of the CommandoCast. I'm your first host, Joni, and let me introduce you to the other host. We got Dante.
Say something.
Something stupid ass bitch.
Wait, I didn't know I was supposed to say something.
What's up everybody, and welcome to the first episode of the CommandoCast. I am your first host, Joni, and let me introduce you to the other host. First we got Dante,
Hello, big guys, it's me, Dante.
and we also got the man, the legend himself. No name.
Welcome to the CommandoCast. I'm your deadliest commando. I don't have a name. Also, thank you for the glaze, John.
No problem, man, no problem.
By the way, that what you just did, Johnny, is outrageous. Anyway, guys,
Wait, Dante, wait, no, you are also beautiful, man. I just didn't know what else to say about No Name, so I just like, okay, let's start it that way.
Thank you, big brother.
Okay,
Anyway,
so-
guys,
Yeah, we're talking over each other, but that doesn't matter.
Okay, so,
Yeah.
guys, what are we gonna do to the first episode of the CommandoCast?
we're gonna talk about
the best action-packed movie ever. Who killed Captain Alex?
That's right, let's fucking go. Okay, now, for those who are uncultured here and don't know why this podcast is called the CommandoCast, it's that, in this movie, who are we gonna talk about, who killed Captain Alex, there are some commandos that are very deadly commandos, and there are also the Tiger Gang commandos.
The
which-
Tiger Mafia.
And yeah, the Tiger Mafia, which if you don't know, which is the Tiger Mafia? Does anyone want to explain what the Tiger Mafia is?
The Tiger Mafia, led by
No,
Richard, is the main antagonistic gang of this whole thing. They're mostly suspected for killing Captain Alex, but then we realize that the person who actually killed Captain Alex is still unidentified, even though it's been 14 years.
Yeah, and we still don't know. And there's also, maybe, from what I've seen, a sequel that's coming out sometime. I don't know when. It's on Letterboxd. It has a page, so I guess it's happening. But we don't know the release date.
Before we move on to the movie, how about we talk about the characters first?
Okay.
Oh, God, yeah.
We're just gonna start with our first man, which is Captain Alex. Captain Alex is the strongest man in Uganda, which even the president of the fucking Uganda literally hired him to kill the Tiger Mafia. Okay, who's next?
The thing about Captain Alex is that he's so influential that the entirety of the movie is based around his own death.
Exactly.
And Captain Alex also has a brother, and the name of this brother, Ugandan Bruce Lee, aka Bruce Yu, is probably the second strongest man in Uganda. His journey is vengeance. Even in the movie, they say that he only wants vengeance.
And he also never have seen a woman before until he sees one.
Exactly. And he even quits his own dojo to pursue it because his sensei doesn't allow him to.
Yeah.
The third character we have to talk about before we move on to this movie is Richard. Dante, can you tell us about Richard?
Richard is the leader of the Tiger Mafia and the main antagonist of the movie. His whole motivation is to kill Bruce Yu, who is Captain Alex's brother. The reason for that is because Captain Alex, early in the movie, had managed to capture his brother, and in his thirst for revenge, after learning about Captain Alex's death, his mission is to also exterminate his brother, Bruce Yu.
Yeah.
The plot of this movie is really just all over the place. It's supposed to be an action movie filled with action, so the whole movie around basically just people killing each other, Bruce Yu's journey for revenge, and Richard just killing and hitting his own guys.
And also, we have to, of course, talk about the commentator of this whole thing, VJ Amy, which just carries the movie. He's the best character.
VJ Emmy is the guy who literally made every single meme to come out of this movie. You could quite easily say that without VJ Emmy, this whole movie wouldn't be what it is.
Exactly. And I'm pretty sure that we can all agree on this, right, Dante?
Yes, we can, J-O-N-I.
Thank you very much, bro.
The movie revolves in Uganda and it doesn't really change locations all that much. And what you have to know about Uganda that makes it so dangerous and lethal, and the whole reason this is an action-packed movie, is the fact that everybody in Uganda knows Kung Fu.
Exactly. Yes, that is
Exactly
true.
that.
As we see in the movie, Ugandan citizens are really prone to knowing martial arts at a very professional level.
These guys are making jump kicks taller than some of everybody. They can literally kick heads without jumping. These guys are dangerous. If you go to Uganda, just go to the gym for a few days.
Yeah,
Yes,
you need to be trained before you actually go out on Uganda.
And the thing about Uganda is that besides everybody knowing Kung Fu, seemingly everybody owns a gun.
Yeah, that's actually very true. Because as we see in the movie, every single one, even some of, oh, wait, actually not the woman don't got any weapons, but every man has a weapon with them, just in case. Which, of course, that's because of self-defense. So, of course, we need to have weapons and all that.
But
Yes.
before we move on to any other points, there's an honorary character which we've discovered and made the meme amongst ourselves. Dante, can you tell us about the mercenary?
Yeah, tell us about
The
the mercenary, bro.
mercenary, the mercenary is known as the absolute goat. The thing about the mercenary, he's a hired gun from Russia, and he's just an absolute beast. He has more bodies than Prime King Von, and not only that, he has the saddest death scene in all of anime. With that, we couldn't help but show our appreciation for this wonderful character. So we embedded him into our own personal culture. Thank you.
Also, besides that, if you guys are wondering why we actually aren't talking about the women in the movie, is that the women are basically punching bags. Richard kills his own wife. The woman Bruce Yu rescued just eats all his food, and then Bruce Yu is cursing at her permanently. And Richard slaps every single. I don't think Richard ends an interaction with a woman without hitting her.
Yeah, because the thing is about Richard, he has 12 wives. So, just killing 2 of them, because he kills 2 of them in the movie. If he kills, if he kills just 2 of them, then who cares, right? So that's his motto. So he doesn't give a shit.
Exactly. And one more character we have to talk about is Puffs, Richard's second in command.
Oh yeah,
Puff-
right.
Puffs is treated as some sort of lackey who just takes Richard's beatings and carries out his orders. But the thing about Puffs is that he doesn't really do much, even though he's the second in command. Literally, the commandos that are under them do more in the movie than both of them combined.
And also,
I-
speaking
I-
of the Commandos, actually, since this movie doesn't really have that much of a budget, but it has a lot of passion out, it has a lot of passion in there. Most of the actors are actually reused in the movie. So that's why,
That
if
is
you look
true.
closely, there's a Spider-Man motherfucker.
Yes.
Which, I mean, like, come on, bro, it's the smartest thing you've ever seen, bro. You really know how much passion there was in this in this film. I can't
And
talk,
even
sorry.
though this movie is filled to the brim with CGI, every single martial arts scene is not CGI generated, and these guys are genuinely trained professionals in martial arts.
Yeah, and they
But-
actually do a very good job. Dante, would you like to
Okay.
elaborate on that?
Truly, I think these. Oh, another thing that I would say adds to the fight scenes is the sound effects. Even though they're just dumb, stock sound effects, they sound so meaty and punchy that the impact genuinely feels real. That's not even a joke.
Yeah, I do actually agree on that. Like you were telling about the movie. After we watched the movie, because we watched it yesterday together for the first time. After we watched the movie, Dante was like, "Damn, you know what? I actually really like the action scenes. They're very good."
True, and even the gun action scenes, even though of course they look a little, they don't look up to par as you would think they should, right? They still sound immaculate, and it's very strange, for a movie of its caliber.
Yeah, that's actually
and
very
you
true.
also have to know the amount of recoil those guns have. Also, another thing, the dedication of this movie goes beyond the action scenes. These guys are genuinely throwing themselves in muddy water just to make actual spy scenes.
Truly, truly.
Which is genuinely amazing, because the team was very small, but you can see the passion behind it.
Also, most of the fighting scenes Some of them are just guys almost hitting each other, but sometimes they actually hit each other full force. You can see it in some scenes. Those guys are genuinely getting slapped around.
They're from the block.
Yeah,
We don't mess with
and,
them.
and and the women just kind of get the worst out of the deal because for some reason they just get beat up a lot in this movie.
Yeah, even though this movie, I'm gonna be honest, has some really fine women, bro. I really like the
Exactly.
woman
Yeah.
in this movie.
Also, one thing you guys have to know is that this movie includes, like, this movie represents a lot of people. Captain Alex himself is stated to be gay in the movie.
Oh yeah, he likes
Oh,
men.
God.
He says that in the beginning where he gets like the TV interview.
Yes, that is true. He says that he prefers men, which is a very brave representation for an African country. I really like what they did there.
I mean, it's
It
thanks
makes
to, of course, thanks to the VJ, because if there wasn't VJ, we wouldn't know that he's actually gay.
yes, exactly.
So
I've
thank
seen
God, Mr. VJ, for actually taking part of this movie and making it more clear to us.
some people say that BGME just drops the quality of this movie, which is genuinely a blasphemous opinion. I think this movie wouldn't be what it is without VGME, and the people that actually know about Captain Alex know of it because of the memes, and the memes are almost all of them are VJME's quotes.
Yeah, because his quotes are so fucking impactful that you can't really say anything negative about them.
Oh God.
But the
VJ,
thing is, some
yeah.
YouTuber called I Hate Everything actually want to watch the movie without VJ Amy. Which I still don't know how you want to do this to yourself. Like, that's outrageous work. How do you want to watch the best movie of all time without its best part on it?
Exactly, and I have to say that some death scenes do occur in the movie. Most of them are random commandos, but main characters do die. And spoiler alert, for example, the mercenary himself, Captain Alex, and Richard's wife, and most of Richard's men just die all over the place. And maybe Richard himself almost as well died too, but we'll have to wait for the sequel to find out.
If it ever comes
True.
out, that is.
Wait. Richard was captured. We know he's gonna. He said it himself, bro. The thing about Richard is that he doesn't lie. He said, "I'm gonna take my revenge in the sequel," and I'm pretty sure he will.
If it ever comes out, that is. Again, because
Hopefully,
still
it
don't
will.
know. We're still hoping that one day we'll get our hands in this magnificent work of art.
Oh God, bro. I really want the sequel.
Yeah, is there anything else we can say about this movie?
It's the best thing. It changed my life, bro.
It genuinely
For the
changed
better.
my life too.
The thing about Captain Alex to note, and everybody watching, hopefully watching, you have to understand that Who Killed Captain Alex is one hell of a movie.
As, of course,
Oh.
VJ Amy says in the film.
Yes, and he is right.
This movie is also one of the first movies of its generation to actually include a musical in the movie.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's also a big part about it. True.
Yeah, it's like for how much? Like 2 seconds?
This movie isn't afraid to take creative risks, mostly because this movie was mostly intended to be watched by the people in the village. But
Yes.
nobody ever knew that the impact this movie would make. And to this day, Wakali Wood are still making projects.
Yeah, like the spin-off movie from Who Killed Captain Alex called Bruce U, which sadly we don't have it. We don't
we
know
can't
where
get
we can
our-
find it, but like I'm assuming it's a spin-off movie about Bruce U's like backstory.
Yeah, I also
Well-
heard he has a son.
Oh yeah, he also
Yes.
has a son apparently.
Yeah, Frank Yu.
Frank Yulia. Hopefully, he will be goaded too.
I mean, yeah, if we ever get our hands in this movie, then I'm pretty sure he's gonna be goated.
Yes, hopefully.
Right. What else? Is there anything else?
Well, I think we should talk about the cultural impact, or at least what it represents culturally as a movie.
I mean,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
true. Would you like to begin, Dante?
Yes, I think, in a way, not only does Who Killed Captain Alex represent you know, the country of Uganda and African culture. But in a way, I would say that it represents the best of cinema. It is something so uniquely crafted, but also something so simply crafted. It feels like it transcends in a way that the best way I could explain. Fuck, it, it transcends it transcends beyond its own fictional universe into this avant-garde beauty of culture and cinema in itself. It's not just a story, but it's also a cultural piece, something that means something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're
This
actually right about
movie,
that.
you can see that in this movie, almost the entire village of the person who made this participated. This was something made for them by them. The reason so much soul has been put in this movie is that everybody loves what they're doing. They want to be a part of it.
And also, don't forget, everybody in Uganda knows Kung Fu. So that's
Exactly.
especially important
I,
to this
I
thing.
actually wonder who taught these guys kung fu.
I mean, that would be an interesting question to ask because we genuinely don't know. Like, is
They're
there
very
any
good
article out there that says like how exactly everybody in Uganda knows Kung Fu? Like,
I mean,
wait,
in
actually,
universe.
now that I think about it, since VJM you said that everybody in Uganda knows Kung Fu, does that mean that even the women know Kung Fu? Or is it
I
only the
mean,
men of Uganda that know
the
Kung
thing
Fu?
is, if the women knew kung fu, maybe they wouldn't be getting slapped around as much.
Yeah, but like at the same time, because he says everybody, he doesn't say every man, you know? So it's kind of a weird question to ask, because we're never gonna get an answer.
Well, you this is Uganda's first action movie ever.
I mean, yeah, so
True.
maybe sometime we're gonna find out. You never know.
I have to say that I'm extremely interested in whatever the director is working on next, even aside from Captain Alex too. I'm just very excited how this Hollywood cinematic universe is gonna go.
Yeah, it's like even more interesting than the MCU. Like the
Oh God.
Hollywood cinematic universe is something so good that you can't even find online. You can only find like
Oh,
I think you can only find like Who Killed Captain Alex and also what
Bad
was the
Black.
other movie called?
Bad Black.
Yeah, and Bad Black.
Yeah.
I don't think any other movie from Nabwana IGG is like available online outside of these two.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, true.
So that truly means something. It's that good that even himself doesn't want to show it to the world, and to the world. What to the world?
Yeah, and maybe one day, IGG can probably cash out his movies and buy a better PC.
Yeah,
Truly. It is a shame. It is a shame that he has to keep deleting his movies, which is probably the reason they're so scarce now, which is very sad.
it is very sad actually.
Well,
We,
yeah.
I think the public should be allowed to have easy access to these movies, even if not for free. I do think these people deserve more funding.
I mean, the thing is, from what I've seen on Letterboxd, you can actually watch Who Killed Captain Alex on Tubi, and also
Damn,
you can
really?
also purchase it on Amazon US. Yeah, I'm not even kidding. It's actually
Damn.
like down there and says, you know, when it says down there where to watch because of the film and all that, it has like streaming services where you can watch the film, and one of it is
Yeah.
Tubi TV US. So the
That's-
US Tubi can actually
Yeah.
like has Who Killed Captain Alex.
That's actually good, man. I'm glad this is. I think this is the push that we need to have for indie filmmakers, because the thing about movies and the entire film industry, it's a very money-based industry. I mean, every industry is, but I would say movies are so money-based in a way that other art industries aren't, right? You know, like in music, a small artist does have a good chance to be featured alongside with big artists. And same with video games, like indie games are usually on the front pages on Steam or on the Nintendo eShop alongside with the big AAA big boys. You know what I mean? But with movies, usually the big action, high budget blockbusters always overtake smaller films in theaters and in streaming services.
Yes, and in a more serious note, if you truly do enjoy these movies and you actually own any of the streaming services, I'd recommend you go there and check these movies in those streaming services. I usually don't say this as a pirating enjoyer, but
Yeah.
this movie is the type of thing you enjoy so much you want the creators to reap their own rewards.
Yeah, it's like when you get when you play a game on like whatever on Steam or is it cracked and you got it for free, and it's so
Yeah.
good. Like Ultra Kill for me, for example, I cracked Ultra Kill, and it was that good that I actually had to buy it afterwards because the creator is actually goated, bro.
Huh.
It's that type of impact that number one IGG has as a director.
Truly an aspiring filmmaker. I think this entire fiasco represents why I love movies as a whole. It is honestly been a big whiplash for me and a big reminder for why I love this type of entertainment.
This movie should also serve as a kind of inspiration for any artist out there feeling like everything is against them. If this movie intended to just be viewed by townspeople in Uganda and it
Yeah.
became a world famous movie, it surely does inspire smaller artists out there, like
Sure.
Martin Scorsese, for example.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's actually true. Okay, and I think that's about it for Who Killed Captain Alex.
Exactly, but before we wrap it up, I just want to say two quick things.
Yeah, sure.
Everybody in Uganda knows Kung Fu, and also, like the video.
Yeah.
Yes.
And if you actually like the video, we'll make more episodes, so you can enjoy more of our talking. And we can also
That
talk
is
about
true.
other stuff. We can talk about anime, we can talk about manga or books. Maybe we can even talk about other movies, who knows? Or
Yeah,
even
but
video
then-
games. That would be great, actually. So,
Except for
if you
Persona
actually...
3, maybe.
What?
Except for Persona 3, maybe.
Yeah, fuck Persona
Yeah.
3. Fuck this game. But anyways, if you actually enjoyed this video and you want to see more of us yapping about random stuff, then please hit the like button and also hit the subscribe.
I hope you enjoyed.
Wait, Johnny,
Yeah?
can we talk about your asshole in the next episode, please?
Okay, thank you for watching, guys. Wait, no name. Was there actually something that you wanted to say?
I hope you enjoyed Captain Alex, Uganda's first action movie.
And remember, everybody in Uganda knows Kung Fu.